Yes, sir.
Okay, so describe a little bit. You guys played against rival George Montgomery. What was that feeling like, and how did you guys meant to do that?
We lost. He played for Corliss. I went to Julian High School. That was our main rival. They beat us every year. He was such a stiff competitor, tough rebounder. They also had Darrell Walker. They had point guard Mike Silas, and they were just deadly. I remember my sophomore year, Darrell Walker stole the ball from our guard and dunked it with no time on the clock. So, Big George, I got a chance to see him a year or two ago at a baseball game and talk to him. Good guy. I think he now realizes how much people in Illinois love him. They associate him with the University of Illinois and being part of Fighting Illini. But his high school, we got him in football, but basketball, we just couldn't touch him.
So, okay, George Montgomery, of course. What's going through your mind? You coming down here and you get to see him and whatnot, but not just that, but you get to ref some of the games too. Some of the games he's coaching and whatnot.
It's such a different contrast in style. Chicago teams like to get it up and down the floor, a little more orthodox here. But eventually, it's basketball. Once you come down to at least common denominators, hustle, playing hard, playing smart. Basketball down. Once you get south of I-80, it's different. It's not the fast pace that you see in Chicago. Although there are teams like the Springfield Lanphiers, Decatur MacArthur's, those teams, East St. Louis, who get it up and move up and down the court. So it's a good contrast between upstate and downstate, but eventually at the end of the day, it's still all basketball.
So you're coming down to officiate these games. Officiate with different people that you really don't really know because they're down in this area, and you're from the Chicago area, but you're living in Decatur. Talk a little about how the process of that's going.
It's a great dynamic because you get to meet great guys. I get a chance to meet some of the Chicago guys like Marcel Kerr, like LaRon Miles, or Chris Head. Those guys are epic when it comes to officiating in the Chicago area. I've also been blessed to know the Darren Sorters, the Roger Quinlans of the world down south of Decatur, the Gary Gustafsons, and it's just great to be in that area, be around those guys and watch them work. They all have such a great dynamic about the way that they work, and having started officiating in Decatur in 1987, I'm just blessed to have made some great associations with some of the greatest people in the world as far as officiating in the Decatur area. They've got some very good officials, Scott Hood, who's done sectionals, Terry Wolpert, who's done a sectional finals, Mark Blickenstuffer, who's worked the state final, John Washburn, who's also worked the state final. Just great officials, and like I said, it's just great to have be associated with those guys, and to even be mentioned amongst them is an honor, and it humbles me very much.
Marv, it's been a pleasure talking with you, hearing all the interesting facts, and I look forward to seeing you in the coming years.
Oh, it's great. You folks here in Effingham do a fantastic job, and I'm just very, very grateful to have been given the privilege to work the Effingham Holiday Tournament and at the Two Topless Tournament. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, and good luck to you, Marv.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.